to other people. I know you're gonna edit and all of that, but
Right.
you want to see what they look like to other people, so you can do it. We want to get the word out. They're trying to make us into killers. Our manifest. Everybody want to write their manifest. The Black man manifest is about love. We always been about love. They always want to push us, put guns in our hands to make us go to war. Ain't nobody never won a war against us or against us. You're not gonna win because we ain't gonna fight you. And when we fight you, we're gonna fight you to the death because that's what you fight for. We ain't trying to fight your ass. And you Ku Klux Klan, they go.
What you know about our ancestors though?
Our ancestors, we are the ancestors. You can't be a descendant. You got ancestors and you got a descendant.
Right.
If you're a descendant, if you're here right now, that means your descendancy. This can't move. That sperm move. You was alive before you was alive.
Right.
If you here now, that means that first of all, you beat out 1 billion sperm, so you got to be a bad motherfucker anyway.
Right.
Number two, that means your essence from your father, your grandfather, great grandfather, great grandmother is still here.
Right.
When
in
they
our
do DNA,
spirit.
right?
And they're around us, right?
When they do DNA, they do DNA. Oh, I know this. You my cousin. You my brother. You my sister. Okay. When we doing our DNA, we do that too. But see, when you do mitochondria DNA, we can go all the way back to Africa and say, okay, I'm from the tribe of Judah. I'm from this tribe here.
Right.
And there were only so many people. They don't want us to know that we can trace our lineage back. I mean, I might not be able to chase my grandmother back with they didn't change her name and sold my brother and cousins into slavery. And I can trace some of that back, and it's somewhere in the records, and I can find that if I search hard enough. But as far as connecting us from here to Africa, our bloodline stands. We need the mitochondria DNA, which is the little bitty small mama DNA and the daddy DNA, and we can trace ourselves back. They're trying to make us look like we don't have a heritage. Our heritage is great.
What up, big homie?
How's it going, bro? Our heritage is great, and I can show it to you. I'm not just talking. Ancestry.com, black people started that because they wouldn't do our DNA. They was just doing their own.
Right.
And we took what they knew or what they thought they taught us, and we turned that shit into something that they needed.
Exactly.
Every time we do a major invention, a major...
They trying to keep tabs on them motherfucker. That's
they try to take it and they want to make money off of it.
Right.
Dr. George Washington Carver, I mean, look at all the experiments that he done. Look at the man who done the heart transplant. First, everything
about money.
Yeah, well, I mean, with them it is. So
Right,
we have to. So when we have to do what we have to start doing. Start putting all of your. Do a poor man's copyright. Do your own patent. Mail it back to yourself. Do a poor man's copyright. That way, they're gonna charge you for a patent, and then they're gonna take the patent from you. Is what they're gonna do. Ain't no way you gonna tell me that Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Edison was that damn smart. There ain't no genius that much genius in the world.
Right. Hey, look, but let me explain that to him because patent yourself to mean you wrote your idea down and you put your name at the top and then you put your name at the center and the receiver, so it's gonna get right back to you, right?
And you save it.
And never open it.
Right, and never open it. So when somebody down the line say, "Oh, I discovered this on this day," okay, well if you did, Your Honor, open this in the letter right here, and it's gonna predate whatever that is. Yeah,
because it got
it's got the stamp on it from the mail post office.
Oh, that's smart.
And you can do it electronically now. You can say, I got a patent. I'm gonna put this down here, and I'm gonna make my own patent number. Screw you, white people, because y'all don't want to give me none. You charge me too much. I got to make my own. Sorry. My patent number.
That's real shit.
My patent number gonna be 007 FU. That's gonna be my patent number.
Hey, this is we got a spiritual warfare going on, right?
It's not our fight.
It's not our
Remember, they gonna try to get you to fight. And you Muslims, the real Muslims ain't gonna fight. All you fake Muslims that's talking about y'all got jihad. First of all, Islam means peace. Y'all ain't never had no peace. Stop playing. Just name me 1 year when y'all had some peace. Just send it to me. Send me 2 years when y'all ain't had some peace. You ain't never had no peace. And I'm not just trying to say that to be facetious, but all the religions say peace. The Jews say shalom. The Christians say peace and love. But the only time they had peace was in the beginning of the Bible when they had If you ain't got the Melchizedek peace, you ain't got no peace. And the Melchizedek peace is you gonna kill anybody that want to go to war.
But our people stay warriors, right? Our people, we come from warrior bloodline, right?
We come from fighting. We call Do. We had the original martial arts. Do. That's why all the martial arts got Do in them. Taekwondo, Tang Soo Do, Hapkido, Judo. It came from Do. Do was wrestling. That's what. Yeah. Do. That's what we used to wrestle.
Oh yeah.
And it all came from us. It all came from out of go use your history. It's not. And I'm not telling you nothing that's new. You just, if you're reading it from their point of view, you're gonna get their point of view of history. If you start looking at the collective, if I'm gonna go back to Christopher Columbus, I want to read what the Spanish said at the same time. I want to
Yes,
read what
sir.
the Africans said at the same time. I want to read what the Italians said at the same time. Then I want to get a clear picture. I don't want this European faded out, washed down, whited out, upside down, backwards line shit. I
Right.
want to read all of it. Then let me disseminate from myself.
Right, you
Let me
got
start going. I want
Hey,
empirical data. If it's not empirical, which means I can find 4 or 5 ways that it's telling me the truth, then I don't believe it. It could be 1,000 lies. It can only be one truth.
Right.
And truth knocks the sense out of falsehood.
Hey, let me tell y'all this little thing, right? When I was studying religion, I went to Buddhism, I went to Christianity, Muslim. I was looking for God, right? So I ended up at this place. They told me this story. He was like, man, it was 4 guys, right? And it was the teacher. He told them, he blindfolded them and he took them out. He said, hold your hand out. He said, the first guy, he blindfolded him. He told him hold his hand out. He's like, what do you feel? He was like, a wall. You know what I'm saying? So he told him to step back. He brought the second guy. He blindfolded him. He said, what do you feel? He said, like a tree trunk. He put him back. He brought the third guy. He blindfolded him. Said, what do you feel? He said, a hose, water hose. He put him back. He brought the fourth guy up. He said, what do you feel? He said, it feel like a trunk. So next thing you know, he unblindfolded all of them. It was an elephant. So the moral of the story was, everybody, they had a different feeling, because one of them feeling the legs, he thinking it's a tree. One of them feeling the side, he thinking it's a wall. One of them feeling the tail, he thinking it's a rope. One of them feeling the nose, he thinking it's a hose. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time, it's an elephant. You know what I'm saying? Because they is touching on different spots. So we all connected, but it's one God.
Right, and most of them have the same principles. It's funny how Buddha and Confucius had the same, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, the same Ten Commandments. Because the Ten Commandments is not about God. Most people think it's about God, it's about me and you. It's no. It's about stealing. It's about how I treat you. I should not lie. I'm lying to you. I should not steal. I'm stealing from you. I should not commit adultery. I'm stealing your wife. If I cannot lie, I'm stealing your right to know the truth.
Right.
If I'm stealing from you, I'm stealing something that belongs to you. Thou should not covet. It's all about you.
That's how you
I
living in
treat you.
love, right?
It's about how I treat my brother.
I'm treating you how I want to be
Right.
treated.
It ain't got nothing to do with God. It's about God was telling me this is how I want you to treat the next man.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And that's how you prosper.
This is Hebrew. We talking. This is Hebrew.
Right,
Hebrew. Well, this ain't. They the Christians don't know why. I did it because Jesus told me to. Okay, cool. That ain't my God. And don't be trying to tell me Christians we got the same God. I'm sorry. You don't even know your God's name. And I ain't trying to be facetious. He said my people don't know me by my name, and I will heal them. And they call me by my name, and I will call them by their name, and I will come to them and heal them. If you don't know the name of God, it's 1,000 different gods. I can't do it. Y'all had me worshiping the old gods a long time ago. It took me a long time to find my real God. I can't let him go because he won't let me go. Sorry about that.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this my homie, man. Hey, I got some more going. This part 1, but we got a whole bunch of more clips, man. I swear to God, man. We getting into this conversation. I'm gonna record everything. This my boy.
And we're gonna use the book.
Hey,
I don't want to
introduce
tell you something.
Demo. That's from the Hunters.
This demo, you can shout out your.
They getting ready to
your
do
TikTok.
books. These young brothers getting ready to do some books. They doing songs. He's in the community helping young brothers get out of trouble and keeping them out. These brothers are doing something. So next time y'all talk about these young people and y'all saying they ain't doing nothing, come on, man. If you ain't part of the problem, you part of the solution. If you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem.
I was just saying the same shit. All right, y'all. Look, stay dangerous.